Rabbi Yeshayahu Aharon Zichrono Livracha from Italy. He was the grandson of Rabbeinu Yeshaya Harishon. That's why he's called Aharon. The Riad, Rabbeinu Yeshaya the Trani, from the town of Trani in southern Italy, did not have sons, as I recall, and this was a grandson from his daughter. And the Riaz wrote a sefer which I think is unfortunately overlooked and not sufficiently studied. Should be studied a great deal more, I believe. His writings in general, which are, as the name implies, Piskei Riaz, just like Piskei Riad, are Pesakim. They deal with the Psak Halacha as it emerges from the Talmud. The difference being between the Riad and the Riaz, that the Riad wrote a kind of a work similar in many ways to the Rif or to the Rosh. In other words, quoted the Sugyot or certain parts, statements from the Sugya in their original language, and then explained what he thought needed explanation. And we'll often mention the Rif, for example, and would sometimes disagree with the Rif. He would mention Rabbeinu Hananel. He mentions Hamoreh. Hamoreh, the teacher, is Rashi. Those are some of the main Chachamim that he mentions. He mentions Rabbeinu Tam, Rabbeinu Yaakov, he calls him, and others. Interestingly, now the Riaz did approach things differently. He was influenced obviously by the Rambam, at least to this extent, and maybe more than this extent, but certainly to this extent that he wrote his work, Piskei Riaz, in Mishnah Hebrew, no Aramaic, and it's not he doesn't quote the Sugyot and then add a perush. He sums it up in his own words in Hebrew, Lashon HaKodesh, and he's very original, but less radical than his grandfather, the Riad, who sometimes comes up with totally new opinions. The Riaz less so.